This request comes from SJ1 Productions on what if Cold was revived by Sorbet instead of Freeza. Having done so, when aware of Cold's less overconfident approach, Sorbet sees this with Cold's reaction to Goku defeating Majin Buu, being to assure he's completely prepared for defeating him, as well as reorganizing his business, centralizing the remnants, and making his business policy change to a planetary protection racket to gain territory under the guise of protecting their occupants, all the while training to realize the limits of his potential, far less prodigious than Freeza, but also far more careful. It isn't until the events of the Future Trunks arc that he has mastered the golden form and comes to Earth for revenge. Interrupted from traveling to stop Black, Goku, Vegeta and Trunks go to see what's happening with Cold, who immediately transforms and beats up Trunks as a declaration of revenge. Vegeta steps in and immediately makes Cold kneel, with even Golden Cold not having the talent to match Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Goku then praises Cold having gotten so strong without any aid from someone like Beerus, to which Cold is shocked that the Saiyans earned Beerus's respect, and yields to them completely out of fear and awe, as well as perhaps the opportunity to rise even further should they help him get on Beerus's good side. It's then that he's told of the events with Black. Cold is shocked when realizing how far from the pinnacle his power is, as well as vicarious shame in the one who took his life, being so helpless at another's hand. Cold confronts Trunks and offers to spar with him to aid who he's come to see as a rival, with him making it clear he wants to prove himself by defeating Trunks at his best. He makes Trunks helpless and taunts him by saying that perhaps the charity was misplaced and he should wipe out all Earthlings. Trunks getting angry enough to awaken Super Saiyan Ikari and be more than a match for Cold, who congratulates him awakening such power, and the Saiyan trio leaving the time machine. Sorbet advises Cold to conquer or destroy Earth while he can, but Cold shuts him down out of fear of Beerus. Though this isn't enough to change the core events of the arc, Trunks and Cold would part with mutual respect for each other. Cold then meets with Beerus and tells him he will do what he can to work with his chosen students, to which Beerus tells him he has no interest in coddling them, and if they prove themselves not capable of defeating a foe, it proves they weren't worth being his rivals. He only tells Cold not to destroy Earth due to the food there, with Cold's plan changing to defeating Goku and Vegeta. Cold continues scouting out new territory, with Broly and Paragas being found eventually on Vampa, the latter's hatred of Vegeta having Cold seize the opportunity as Freeza would. The difference here is that Cold being far weaker than Freeza causes him to lose his life against Broly, and a lot of damage being dealt to Earth before Gogeta faces him. For the Tournament of Power, Goku immediately decides to bring Broly to be part of the team, but Vegeta doubts him having the control to aid them well when they discuss the events with Cold, to which Goku decides bringing Cold back will do. Cold accepts, with it being an opportunity to wish for the erasure of the God hierarchy, or their enslavement to him. Cold faces Frost immediately, with some joy at the personality and talent so much like Frieza's, proposing an alliance to eliminate the other universes, and that, should they be the last two remaining, he'll assure Frost is protected from his wish, and that they will work together to conquer universes 6 and 7. Frost follows the plan, but gets in over his head in defeating all of Universe 9 and wearing himself down. Cold is reminded of Frieza's own arrogance that led to his own demise in trying to clean up Frieza's mess, knowing holding on to the past will only shackle him, as he betrays Frost much as Freeza would. The tournament goes near enough the same, with Kuririn and Ten Shinhan being eliminated despite this, and Cold being able to stay in the competition long enough through not going after big targets like Jiren, until Jiren has used up most of his stamina, and defeats him without having to fall out of the ring, but 17's infinite energy has Cold concede and given him the wish, and gets revived by Whis all the same. Cold returns to managing his business and finds the same room of spirit and time as Freeza did, achieving the black form after 15 years inside. His greater focus on reconnaissance with the widespread of his protection racket has him learn quickly of the events with Moro and the Galactic Patrol capturing Majin Buu, which shocks Cold, who never became aware of him during his time on Earth. He decides to become more involved in the conflict through seeing the Galactic Patrol as holding a strong card with Buu, and offers to aid them in defeating Moro. He joins Meris in venturing to New Namek, with him swiftly tearing apart Moro as Black Cold, before he has a chance to drain his ki. Meris reveals his identity to everyone, and offers to help Tuta, Goku and Vegeta. Though the situation gives Cold incentive to prepare even more, an unexpected problem reveals itself to him, as Granola wishes to become the strongest in the universe and oppose Cold, who is given no time to counter before being deposed permanently, and Granola freeing himself from the heaters too. With the events of Superhero being unchanged, how things unfold without Cold is something we can only speculate on for now. It's here that we see the different approach the more cautious and experienced Cold would provide, compared to the more talented yet impatient Freeza. Despite Cold's scheming though, all his planning would become undone when not expecting the unexpected. Thank you if having watched through this What If. Request your own or any Dragon Ball video in the comments, and subscribe to not miss it. Check out all my What Ifs in this playlist, and if wanting to see another concerning Cold, see this one on if he and Frieza arrived on Earth later.